Jiu-Jitsu shaped me as a person. Let me see. Shaped me as a person. It's not that I started at a later age, but more because I started when I was younger, so it's the person that I am now. I find myself doing it in all aspects of my life. But I pretty much spend all my days in the gym, like so. That's a tough question. That's a tough one. Training changes whenever I come up to competition. It stays the same all year round. It's like consistently gi and no gi, so it's not that I favour one over the other. But when it comes to a competition, I would kind of watch footage on whoever I'm competing against. If it's like a super fight, and I'll figure out like how I can combat whatever they're good at. But if it's just like a tournament format, then I'll just try to do the training that I've always done before, because I'm not going to spend too much time focusing on someone who I might meet in the final when I know I haven't beat the guy who fought in my first round yet. So no, it stays the same throughout the year, pretty much. Yeah, no gi. Yeah. It's actually great because we have some good guys down in Dundalk. We have Andrew McGahan and we have a good coach in Cormac O'Hanlon, and Andrew's very modern, so he's a good diddy game, a versatile diddy game, and spins underneath you and he catches you with stuff that you don't see. But then you go up to like Newry and you have like heavier people, like you might have Cormac Copeland, who's like really good pressure, right? So you have to deal with that, and then you have Eddie Salisbury, who's one of the black belts that trains with us. So you have to deal with the pressure, and then you're going with one guy who puts a lot of pressure on you, and then the next roll you have to deal with someone who's like trying to spin underneath you, and then you're going to go with someone who's like maybe a black belt in judo. So then you'll try not to avoid the judo, you'll go against it, because if you try to avoid what somebody's good at in training, and then you come up against that in competition, you know you're going to lose. So it's always better to go up against their strength in training. So if someone has a good guard, then I'll try to pass that guard. Like I won't play my own guard just so I can say, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna play his guard just so I can like feed my ego. And then whenever we have group training sessions, like guys from Derry might come down, and then have to deal with Aaron Devlin or Stephen McGlade or John Fleming, they're unreal as well. So I have to kind of deal with all that by just keeping consistent in my game, pretty much, and going against what they're good at. Yeah. In the next 3 years, I'm hoping to compete even more, just to compete absolutely as much as possible. Hoping to have a lot more students as well. I'm not too concerned about belts, to be honest. I don't mind too much about like how many stripes I have or what the colour of my belt is, but I do want to just do more jiu-jitsu. I want to travel a lot more as well. I want to go to New York and train with the Renzo Gracie team as well. And if it's possible, open up my own academy someday. Maybe not in the next 2 or 3 years, but in time, I'd like to open up my academy someday. Yeah. My best jiu-jitsu moment, I'd say, would be Grapple Kings. Whenever I was asked to do Grapple Kings, it was the best. Purple belts in Ireland were invited to do it, so when I was asked to do that, I don't think I was in the conversation to be like the person to win it at all. So whenever I won my first match against a very good competitor, Richard Bukowski, and he's from East Coast, I kind of said to myself, if I can beat him, I can beat absolutely anybody. So then I kind of went on a streak from there, and I won the next few matches with heel hook finishes, which is my preferred submission, because I train in New York a lot with that team. But yeah, whenever I won that tournament, it kind of clicked in that I can make this a living for myself here. Yeah, it was a pretty surreal feeling to win that. Yeah.
I'd say it's changed my life drastically. I used to be quite fat in that, and I started off I done a charity boxing fight and won that and loved the training and all for it. And then whenever I was finished and the fight and all was finished, I wanted to try some more sort of martial art, which I just randomly stumbled into jiu-jitsu, which then just fell in love with it and just kept going. So it's basically changed my whole life now, like, where it's basically all I do, and it seems to be all people know me for, and that, like, I couldn't even say how much it's changed. It's just been the best thing I've ever done, really. Train all the time, really. I'm training maybe 5-6 days a week normally, but just coming up to a competition, I'll intensify the rolls a bit more, and I'll try and sharpen up my submissions. So I'm trying to finish the fight more, whereas before I'd use more my A game whenever it's coming up to competition, whereas whenever it's no competition, I'll let people pass my guard. I'll try and escape from positions opposed to just like going straight in, doing exactly what I want to do and get the finish. I love it. I've been quite successful in competition but you wouldn't think that whenever it's in training. I get killed by all the boys all the time in my club, but then do well in competition. And I think that's because I'm training with such high level people that there's people of all levels, whereas like people that I might be ahead of that I can sharpen my submissions on, but then there's also people that are way ahead of me that kill me, so I'm always defending against them. So I get the best of both worlds really from it. To win the World Masters at Purple Belt again. I have aspirations to win a major no-gi title. So far I've closed out the brackets of the Irish Open, but that's really been the biggest no-gi one, and I would like to also fight a lot of submission-only grappling tournaments. So that's my goal for that. Best jiu-jitsu moment I would say would be winning the World Masters, not just for winning such a prestigious title, but at the time my parents were travelling around America and they came out and watched me. It was the first time they'd ever seen me fight, and just to win that there and then be there at that time, I'd say it was probably one of the best moments of my life.